Good morning children, Sairam. So now we are back with our max classes. So in the previous session we have saw what are whole numbers, natural numbers, etc. Right? So we also saw that how we can perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication using number line. Right? I also gave you a few sums for homework. So I hope you have completed your homework. Okay. So before starting our new session, let us see the answers for the homework sums I have given you. Okay. So this was the homework sum I have given you in the previous session. Right? I told you to find out the successor of the following numbers and the predecessor for the given number. Alright, so let me discuss the answers. So here is the answers for the homework. So the first sum we have 24,40,701. So in order to find out the successor, we should always add 1 to the given number. So when we add 1, you get 24,40,702. And the next sum we have 10 lakh. So the next sum we have 1,199,000. So when you want to find out the successor, you should add 1 to it. So when you add 1, you get 1,200,000 as the answer. Okay children. So the second sum we have, write the predecessor of 94. So what is the predecessor for 94? The number which comes before 94 is the answer. So how will you find out? Using minus 1. So 94 minus 1 gives you 93. It's a very simple sum, isn't it? Next, the second sum we have 10,000. What is the predecessor of 10,000? So to find out what is the predecessor of 10,000, you should minus 1 from 10,000. You will be getting 9,999 as the answer. Okay children? So I hope you have done your homework sums. And let us move on to today's session. So today's session we are going to continue with the exercise 2.1. We have finished 6 sums in the previous session and now we are going to continue with the further sums that are given in exercise 2.1. Okay children? So let me read out the question for you. In each of the following pairs of numbers, state which whole number is on the left of the other number on the number line. Also write them with the appropriate sign, that is greater than or lesser than between them. Okay, so let me read out the question once more so you will understand it well. So the 7th question is, in each of the following pairs of numbers, state which whole number is on the left of the other number on the number line. Also write them with the appropriate sign, that is greater than or lesser than between them. So let us see the first sum, that is 530, 503. So which number will be on the left side of the number line? Any guesses? Yes. So 503 will be on the left side of 530 on the number line. Why? Because the smaller number will come first, followed by the bigger number to the left side. Okay. So the first you will have 503 on the left side. It will be continued like 504, 505, 505, etc. up to 530, 530 on the line. So which will be the greatest? 530 will be greater than 503. So this is the answer. Did you understand, children? Okay. So the second sum we have 370, 307. So as we know that 307 is a smaller number and it is always present on the left side of 370 in a number line. So which is the greater number here? 370. So 370 is greater than 307. 370 is greater than 307. Okay, children? So we'll move on to the next sum. So here we have a much bigger number. So let us see. It is 98,765, 56,789. So we know that 56,789 is a smaller number. So always the smaller number will be on the left side of the number line followed by the greater number. Okay. So here the greater number is 98,765. So the sign indicators will represent 98,765 is greater than 56,789. Okay, children? So did you understand how to do this sum? Okay. So next we move on to the D sum. So here we have 98,30,415. Let me repeat. 98,30,415. And the other number is 10,23,001. So the next number we have 1,23,001. Okay, children? So which is a greater number here? Yes, it is obviously 1,23,001 is a greater number. So what will be on the left side of the number line? The small number will always be on the left side of the number line. So here we have the smaller number to be 98,30,415. Let me repeat. 98,30,450 will be present on the left side and 1,23,001 will be present on the right side. Okay. So the sign indicators will represent that 1,23,001 will be greater than 98,30,415. So let me repeat. 1,23,001 will be greater than 98,30,415. Okay. So let's move on to the next sum. So this sum is a small sum. It is a true or false. So we are going to see which of the following statements are true and which are false here. Okay, children, here we have a set of questions. Now, in certain questions, the answers are given along with the explanations. Okay, so let us start. The first sum, 0 is the smallest natural number. So let me repeat the question. 0 is the smallest natural number. So since 0 is not a natural number, the answer is false. So where does 0 come? 0 usually come in whole numbers. The natural numbers always start with 1. So the answer is false. So the statement will be like this. False. 0 is not a natural number. Okay, children? So next we have the second sum. 400 is a predecessor of 399. Is it true or false? So what is a predecessor? The number which comes before a particular given number is a predecessor. Alright. So 400 is a predecessor of 399 is false, because what comes before 399? So we have 398 which comes before 399. Hence the statement will be like this. False, as predecessor of 399 is 398. It is false. Okay. So next we have the third question. 0 is the smallest whole number. Let me repeat the question. 0 is the smallest whole number. So is it true or false, children? Yes, it is true, because 0 is the smallest whole number, and whole numbers usually start with 0 and they increment up to infinity. Okay, children? So 0 is the smallest whole number. So let us move to the next question. D sum. 600 is a successor of 599. So here we have successor. So immediately when you see successor of a particular number, you should add 1 to the given number. Right? So when you add 599 plus 1, you get 600. Isn't it? So the answer is true. So the statement will go like this. True, as 599 plus 1 is equal to 600. The above statement is true. Okay, children? So next we have E sum. All natural numbers are whole numbers. So are all natural numbers whole numbers? Yes, because the difference between a natural number and a whole number is that a whole number has 0, whereas the natural number starts from 1 and ends up to infinity. So the above statement is true. All natural numbers are whole numbers. So next we come on to the fifth sum. All whole numbers are natural numbers. So here there is a twist. Now they are asking all whole numbers are natural numbers. How come all whole numbers will be natural numbers? So whole numbers have 0, whereas natural numbers start with 1. So the above statement is false. So what will be the answer for this? False, as 0 is a whole number, but it is not a natural number. The above statement is false. So the next question we have. The predecessor of 2-digit number is never a single digit number. So let me repeat the question once more. The predecessor of a 2-digit number is never a single digit number. So, as the predecessor of 10, for example, is 9, the answer is false. Okay. So the above question says that the predecessor of a two-digit number is never a single number. But there is one similar case where the predecessor of 10 is 9. Hence, the above statement is false. Okay, children? So next we have another question. 1 is the smallest whole number. So as we have said, 1 is not the smallest whole number. What is the smallest whole number? 0. Right? So hence the above statement is false. So next we have another question. The natural number 1 has no predecessor. Okay. So since the natural numbers start from 1, there is no predecessor for 1. Hence, the above statement is true. So we move on to the next question. The whole number 1 has no predecessor. So here is again a twist. Since whole numbers start with 0, the answer is false. Okay, children, the whole number always has 0 as a starting number. So now let's move on to the next sum. The whole number 13 lies between 11 and 12. The whole number 13 lies between 11 and 12. Is it true? No. The whole number 13 comes after 12. So hence the above statement is false. The answer is also false. So next we have the whole number 0 has no predecessor. Yes, so the whole number starts with 0, hence there is no predecessor for 0. So the above statement is true. Now we come to the last sum present in this exercise. So the successor of a two-digit number is always a number. Always a two-digit number. Yes. Is it? Okay. The successor of a two-digit number. For example, when we take 99, 98 or something, the successor of a two-digit number is always a two-digit number. So 99, what comes after 99? It is, what comes after 98? It is 99. So the answer is true. So children, keep revising all the questions. Answer the worksheet that is given below. So follow your daily sessions. Learn well. Write and practice whatever you feel like you have doubt. So if there is any clarifications, let me know. Thank you.